The Anheuser Busch Brewery in St. Louis, Missouri is a massive complex that covers over 100 acres. It includes multiple buildings and facilities and is home to some of the most advanced brewing technology in the world. The brewery is a popular tourist destination and offers tours and tastings for visitors who want to learn more about the brewing process and the history of Anheuser Busch. The brewery is home to a number of buildings and facilities, including the historic brew house, which dates back to the late 1800s, the Bevo packaging plant, which is one of the largest can production facilities in the world. Another notable building on the brewery is the Clydesdale Stable, which is home to the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales. Also, the Beer Garden, which is a popular spot for visitors to enjoy a cold beer and a bite to eat. It features a spacious outdoor seating area with plenty of shade and comfortable seating. In addition to a variety of Anheuser-Busch beers, the Beer Garden also serves a selection of food, including burgers, sandwiches, and traditional German food. The Clydesdale Stable at Anheuser-Busch Brewery has a long and fascinating history. The stable, which was built in 1885, was originally used to house the horses that delivered beer to local customers. In the 1930s, the company began using Clydesdale horses to promote their brand. These animals do a great job at making the brand recognizable and making their brand unique. The stable was expanded to accommodate the larger animals. Today, the stable is home to a team of world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales, and visitors can take a tour and learn more about these magnificent animals.
What's like the most photographed area? So people take pictures. Where are they taking pictures at?
The stables, the Budweiser Clydesdale stables.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the horses.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Like the ones that run around Busch Stadium and stuff?
So when they're in town, they're not here in town, but we do have some Clydesdales here at the brewery. So, they're big, giant, gentle creatures, so that's always a treat. And then our stables is a National Historical Landmark. So there's original stained glass that's in there, so when the sun is shining through, all of the colors are really pretty and really lit up. It's really gorgeous.
History of the brewery. The Anheuser-Busch Brewery was founded in 1852 by German immigrants Adolphus Busch and Eberhard Anheiser. Adolphus Busch married Lily Anheiser, the daughter of Eberhard Anheiser. After serving in the Union Army during the Civil War, Adolphus went to work at his father-in-law's brewery and started building a brand that would become an American icon. The company began as a small brewery in St. Louis, Missouri, producing a variety of beers and ales for local consumption. Over time, the company grew and expanded its operations, becoming one of the largest and most successful breweries in the world. Anheuser-Busch became the first American brewery to use pasteurization, allowing beer to be shipped long distances without spoiling. Today, Anheuser-Busch is part of the larger Anheuser-Busch InBev company, which produces a wide range of alcoholic beverages and operates breweries and other facilities around the world. Despite its growth and success, Anheuser-Busch has remained committed to its roots and its community by supporting local causes and initiatives and working to promote responsible drinking and environmental sustainability. Today, Budweiser is brewed in 12 locations across the U.S. and at more than 50 breweries around the world.
So we have 12 Anheuser-Busch breweries here in the United States. Ours is not the biggest by size, but we produce the most beer by volume.
At Anheuser-Busch Brewery, there is a 7-step brewing process. The first step is called milling. This is where they take the barley kernels that come in the malted barley and crush them down so that it squeezes out the middle of the kernel, which is the endosperm, so they can break it down. The next step is called mashing. This is where the magic starts to happen. During this mashing process, the malted barley is mixed with hot water in a vessel called a mash tun. This mixture is then heated to a specific temperature, which activates enzymes in the malted barley that convert the starches in the grain into sugars. The resulting liquid, called wort, is then separated from the spent grains and transferred to another vessel. The third step is called lautering. This is the first filtration part of the process. This is where grain husk and other solid grain material are taken out of the wort. Once it has been filtered through, the next step is called wort boiling. And this is where the wort is taken into the brew kettle and boiled at a very high temperature for about an hour. This is also where the hops are added in the process. The next step is the whirlpool settling and cooling. This is where the wort cools down so it can be ready for yeast fermentation. It can be very cool in the part of the tour where the whirlpool is to make sure that the wort is cooling down. Now on to step 6, which is fermentation. This is where the yeast is first injected into the wort, making natural alcohol and CO2, adding carbonation into the drink. Once the yeast is added, we can officially call wort made in the brewhouse beer. The last step is called maturation and filtration. This is where beer is transferred into an aging vessel called a chip tank, where it will continue to develop its flavor and naturally carbonate for 21 days. After that, the beer is cooled and filtered before it is ready to head to bottling.
Pasteurization essentially would kill off any active yeast.
Okay.
So with doing that, we're able to ship and store beer without refrigeration. Some people have said it alters the taste of their beer, but the way that we have incorporated it into our system, it's built in and part of the process. So.
The bottling system used at Anheiser Busch Brewery is one of the most technologically advanced packaging lines in the world. The first step is to bring bottles in. They get their bottles from Beverly, Missouri. The first thing they do with the bottles is wash and sanitize them. After this, they are filled with beer and capped off, and all of the bottles are heated to about 140 degrees Fahrenheit. They do this because it helps with their shelf life. The next step is to be labeled by a machine, and then they are packaged and finally shipped. With 4 total bottling lines on the facility, they have the capacity to 16.1 million bottles per day. Anheuser Busch puts their beer in a variety of cans, including traditional 12-ounce cans, 16-ounce tall boys, and even 24-ounce cans for some of their most popular beers. They also have a variety of packaging options for beer, including bottles and kegs. Anheuser Busch creates a wide variety of beers, including Budweiser, Bud Light, Michelob Ultra, Busch, Natural Light, and many others. They also have a number of seasonal and limited edition beers that are released throughout the year. The Anheuser Busch logo has, though, a number of changes throughout the years. It has always featured the iconic Anheuser Busch eagle. The eagle has been updated and modernized over the years, and the logo has been updated to reflect the changing styles and taste of consumers. Today, the Anheuser Busch is modern and in a design that is instantly recognizable and classic. Anheuser Busch has 12 major offices spread across the world, such as in the US, Asia, Europe, and many other countries. These offices are for the purpose of marketing, sales, and distribution around the surrounding region. Anheuser Busch is currently headquartered in St. Louis, one of its existing large offices. This location is not the biggest, but makes the most beer than any other Anheuser Busch offices. They make approximately 13 million barrels of alcohol a year. The location in St. Louis is also a national historical landmark and gives out tours to the brewery. This office also holds the Anheuser Busch horses, which are the mascot of the company. All of the different breweries are for the purpose of expanding the brand to different locations, including different countries. The newest of the breweries is Catersville, Georgia, which was built in 1993.
What do you enjoy most about your job?
What do I enjoy most about my job? Definitely the people I work with. I have a lot of fun. We get to go hang out. Meeting new people. Every day I'm a really bubbly personable person, so it's nice for me to be able to meet new people, work with fun people, and just get to be outside with people.